name is Raul Garcia and my partner Heida Ramos. In this
Hello.
video, we will talk about gamification and game-based learning. We will discuss the advantage and disadvantage difference and how these technologies could be implemented in the educational context. The first, what is gamification? To begin with, we will talk about gamification, also known as ludification, which consists of adding game mechanics such as rewards, objectives, interaction, scores, and narrative in completely unrelated context to hence specific student attitudes such as motivation or interest, which in turn will lead to an increase in the completion rate or a better use of the course and the learning it provides, among other benefits. Teacher Heida.
And we'll explain what gamification, unlike gamification gate-based learning, not only integrates games unlike gamification in the training, but the training itself becomes the games. Designed the activities to be developed so that the games and the learning are inter intertwined or where is the learning through gains. In incorporation, some futures, some the possible unknown and provides for favorable environment to be able to purse, acquire, practice and improve school. Greatly helping retention and making students feel more engaged with the subject model among other because the learning process in food and challenging.
The difference between gamification and game-based learning are game-based learning. It is directly linked to a pedagogical content. It has educational purpose. Its main function is to act as a didactic channel between a content and the learner. Require pedagogical planning. Gamification. The pedagogical content must be the transversal content of the mechanics. It has educational purpose. Its function is to achieve the intrinsic motivation of the student through the elements of the game. For example, points, level, badges, position table. It requires pedagogical planning and dynamics, mechanics, and aesthetics. Next, teacher Heida.
Other novice university learning and gamification in our context. Under novice, the difference and the importance on games motivation and how they implement game-based learning or gamification in our civil and teaching strategies for students should select things in this important that they bear entertaining and dynamic. To appeal gamification, it is not enough to design and game where reward are applied and always maintaining attention and interest. To gamification. To implement gamification, we will use escape room to this that will be to puzzle go to one level to another with price, some and points that will be passed on the evaluation. BGL and memory games where and card is related to the zone where and cards has the zone and the couple the answer. Teacher.
What are the advantages of gamification? Gamification is a resource increasingly present in education at all levels, and its advantages are varied. For example, increased learning engagement, direct feedback, online environment, creates positive emotion and around learning. Teacher Heida.
Advantages outcome-based learning, motivation the students, and helps the reason on the autonomous and our active learning, and give the student control over his or learning and provides useful information to the teacher and boosts creativity and imagination, promotes social skill, and contributes to digital literacy. Profe?
What are the disadvantages of gamification and game-based learning? Every process has this advantage and disadvantage, and gamification and game-based learning is no less so. Apart from the economic aspect, the money, we can also find disadvantage in the educational field. For example, gamification and game-based learning is all very well for developing a wide range of skills, but others such as oral expression are very difficult to develop. The balance between play and learning is very difficult to achieve. And if the activity loses its formative character, it will be unproductive. Another, the possibility of creating and fleeting motivation based exclusively on obtaining rewards is diminished once it ceases to be something new. Thank you.
Thank you, teacher.